program to illustrate escape sequences. So we have seen the various escape sequences. Let's revise these escape sequences before we put it into a program format. For example, we have said /n, a escape sequence which will get you the cursor to the next line. /t is an escape sequence which is used to get horizontal spaces. We have a tab key on the keyboard. When you press a tab key, the cursor moves by multiple spaces. So for one impression, you'll get multiple spaces. That can be achieved by using multiple spaces also. You can keep on pressing spacebar key. If I keep on pressing spacebar key, every press of a spacebar key will occupy 1 byte of memory. So if I have to move by 8 spaces, then I have to press this particular spacebar key 8 times, which means that I'm going to consume 8 bytes of memory. Instead of that, with one stroke, when I press a tab key, the cursor moves by multiple stops. So with only 1 byte, I can move the cursor to multiple spaces. So /t is a horizontal tab, /v is a vertical tab, /a is a bell or a beep, which doesn't have much significance with respect to programs when it comes to simple mathematical tasks. But if you are doing some real life programs where sound has to be used as an indication of begin or stop, in that case you can use this particular escape sequences. Now apart from this, we have some more escape sequences which are used to print some non-printable characters. We have seen that double quote is a non-printable character which can be printed using /double quotes. Single quotes is a non-printable character /single quotes. You cannot print slash, hence what we do is we use double slash at this place. We have one more escape sequence called as /0, which is called as a null character or string termination character. Now these are the escape sequences which we have used. Now let's use some of these escape sequences and put a program. Suppose if I ask you to generate output of this sort. So we'll write a program to illustrate the escape sequences, which means I'm supposed to use one of these escape sequences or multiple of them and generate these spaces. Let me write a tree diagram at this place so that we can put a program for this. So let me say a slash at this place, a slash at this place, 3 slashes, followed by equal to. So now, followed by somewhere around 4 equals to. Again a slash at this place, slash at this place, slash at this place, equal to, and a double quote, a double quote, a double quote, a double quote. Now, we call this as a Christmas tree. You can imagine this to be a Christmas tree. If I write a program for this, we have to draw a grid so that we can analyze where and what type of character is going to be printed. Let me assume this as the left hand side of the screen. So in the first block, I'm going to have 1 slash and 1 equal to. In the second block, I'm going to have 1 slash and 1 equal to. In the third block, I'm going to have 1 more slash and 1 more equal to. In the fourth block, again a slash and a equal to. In the fifth block, 1 more slash and a equal to and a double quote. And the last block, 1 more slash and equal to. Now, if I make a perfect block of these sequences, let me put some horizontal space at this place. So this is the first line. So in the first line, what I need to generate? In the first line, I have to generate 1 blank space. Let me put a 5 for blank space. 1 more blank space. After that, a forward slash. I'll call this as a forward slash and this as a backslash. And after that, the entire screen is blank, hence we'll not discuss about these parts. The next line will have only 1 blank space, followed by a slash, then again 2 blank spaces, followed by a backslash, and then again these characters. Next will be immediately a forward slash, then 1 blank space, 2 blank space, 3 blank space, 4 blank spaces, and then a slash. For the last one, in the first part we will have 1 blank space, followed by equal to, then a double quote, again a blank equal to, equal to, equal to, equal to. So you can presume this to be a part of this particular first block itself. Let's avoid this particular first blank space and make the first equal to the first block. So for the next line, I'll have only 1 blank space and a double quote, followed by 2 blank spaces and then a double quote, a blank space. Let me put a horizontal line at this place, horizontal line, a horizontal line. So again a blank space and a horizontal line. So now if you analyze this particular tree structure, you'll find that on the first line, you'll have two blank spaces followed by two characters. In the next line, you'll have blank space followed by character, two blank spaces followed by character. Now, which one of these characters are printable and which one of these are non-printable? As such, if I ask you identify printable and non-printable, because only non-printable characters will have escape sequence used. So the printable characters are forward slash is directly printable, equals to is directly printable, and the non-printable are backslash and then a double quote. So to print these non-printable characters, we'll be using escape sequences. As such, this program doesn't use any input. We don't have any input. So we are supposed to directly start with the programming code and use a set of printf instruction. Every line can be used with one printf. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'll be able to manage this entire code using just 8 printf instructions. Let's see this. So as usual, we'll always use the header file #include. Then I'll have the title for the function as void main. Now, since I'm not going to store any value from the user, neither I'm going to do any mathematical calculation, nor I'm going to transfer the values from one variable to another variable. So we'll not use a variable concept itself. We'll directly start with the printf instruction. Let's generate the first line of the output. So the first line of the output can be generated by using a printf. Now, I'm supposed to print a blank space. So when you are typing this particular program onto your compiler, probably at this place I would indicate phi as a character, but don't search for this particular character when you are practicing this particular code, because this character can be achieved just by pressing the spacebar key once. So I'll just press a spacebar key, that will be equivalent to your phi symbol. So at the end of my answer, I'll say that wherever I have written phi, that represents a blank space which can be generated by just pressing a spacebar key once. Then one more blank space. After that, a printable character, that is slash. And then I have a non-printable character, that is backslash. How do I print this backslash? For that, we have to use escape sequences. An escape sequence can be used as a double slash. When I print a double slash, the printf instruction will print one slash. And then, am I supposed to generate these blank spaces? Not necessary, because after this, the entire screen is blank. So I'm not supposed to worry what should be printed after the last character. After the last character, if everything is blank, leave that and try to get the cursor on the next line. How do I get the cursor on the next line? For that, I'll say slash n one more time. So the first line will generate this particular output. Let's check out how exactly the first line works. So the first line printf says double quote, two blank spaces, and then one slash printable, hence prints directly as it is. Once it comes with a slash, it will not do any operation. Take the next character, check out what exactly is the meaning of double slash, print a double slash. For double slash, it will print just one slash. Again take a slash, doesn't do any operation. Take the next character, try to trace a meaning with this. Slash n means gets the cursor next line. Now, let's check out how exactly we are going to have the second line on the output. So slash n has got the next line. So I'll have a next printf in this fashion. I'll say printf. Then the first blank space as it is. I'll remind one more time that this particular phi symbol is not there on the keyboard. Don't try to trace that. Wherever I have written phi, it means that it is an impression of a backspace character. It will be impression of a simple spacebar character, which means that you are supposed to just press one spacebar key. So after this particular spacebar, I am supposed to print a forward slash, which is directly printable. And after that, 2 times a blank space. After that, I am supposed to print one backslash. So for that, I'll be using escape sequence slash slash. And then after this, the entire screen is blank, so not necessary to worry about that. So then come back to this particular slash n, so that the cursor will be now generating on the next line. So now let's write the third output. So I'll say printf. You can try this particular printf along with me. So let's try first one. Yes, that is a slash, because in the first character itself is a slash. After that, what is to be printed? 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm supposed to generate 4 spaces. Press the space bar key 4 times. After that, 1 backslash. So I'll be using escape sequence slash slash. Get the cursor next line. For that, I'll be using slash n. So don't try to trace a meaning for triple slash and neither any space bar at that particular place. So then, for the fourth line, that is printf. Now, as such, you'll have first itself as equal to, second also as equal to, third equal to, fourth equal to, fifth equal to, and sixth equal to. And since we have said equal to is a printable character, so I can directly use 6 times the equal to symbol at this place. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6 times this particular equal to symbol, and get the cursor next line slash n. After that, let's try the next line. So the next line says print 1 blank space, then a double quote, 2 blank spaces, and then a double quote. So I'll say printf. Try this. So first, yes, a blank space and then a double quote, but double quote is a non-printable character. For that, what I'll do is I'll use escape sequence slash double quotes. After that, 2 blank spaces and then a slash and a double quote, and then cursor has to get to the next line at a slash n. The same instruction has to be repeated for one more time for the next line, that is printf. One more time the same instruction, blank space and then slash double equals to, and then 2 blank spaces, then slash double quotes slash n. End this, and then we can end this particular code. So basically, I've used 2 escape sequences to illustrate this particular tree structure. So now, can I have a repetition of these instructions? If you feel that there is only one instruction which I can use again and again at several places, then you can go for repetition. Only the last 2 instructions seems to be repeating. But if the last 2 instruction, instead of 2 lines, if you written 5 lines, 10 lines, then rather than writing 10 lines, you can use some control structures. But avoid that for only 2 lines. You can write directly these printf instructions. Now you can question me, can I manage this entire structure using one printf? Yes, one printf also you can manage. But when you wish to type this, probably the program screen might scroll on. When the program screen scrolls out, it will be difficult for us to read the entire thing at one stretch. It will be difficult for us to even take a hard copy of that. Because when I take a hard copy of the program, if it scrolls horizontally, then probably the page size will not be sufficient. So hence, it is always advisable to scroll vertically rather than a horizontal scrolling. Thank you.